Example 2. A 6-foot man casts a shadow that is the square root of a number. At the same time, on the same level ground, an 18-foot pole casts a shadow that is the square root of the sum of 6 times that number and 75. How long is the shadow cast by the man? Here's the shadow cast by the man. Here is the shadow cast by the pole. This P is for pole, I guess. And we have 2 similar triangles. So his shadow to man is its shadow per pole. His shadow is square root of 6. The man is 6 feet tall. The shadow is the square root of 6 times x plus 75. And the pole is 18 feet long. And we wanted to find x, and I should have said x is such and such. How long is the shadow cast by the man? So this is x right here. Okay. So multiply by 6, that leaves you with a 3. Cross multiply, that gives you 3 square root of x, which is the square root. Both square roots are isolated. Square both square roots. You crank it out, you come up with 25. And then you should write the man's shadow is the square root of 25 or 5 feet. Check your answers. Square root of 25, 150 plus 75. 5 over 1, 15 over 3, which is also 5 over 1. And then we have example 3. The 25-foot ladder is used to clean a gutter on top of a wall. And the foot of the ladder is a certain number x feet from the bottom of the wall. The top of the ladder reaches the top of the wall. This height is the sum of 3x and 3. And what is x? X is a number of feet that the ladder is away from the bottom of the wall. Find the height of the wall, at least where the ladder reaches the top of the wall. So 25 is the hypotenuse of a right triangle whose lengths are x and 3x plus 3 respectively. It would be nice if I had a graph here. So we get x squared plus 3x plus 3 squared, the Pythagorean relationship. The sum of the squares of the legs is the square of the hypotenuse. Crank it out, factor out the 2, go through a product sum. Your magic numbers are 44 and negative 35. That tells you how to split up the 9x. Factor. And you get one answer which is 7, one answer which is negative 44 over 5. That negative answer is extraneous because the height cannot be a negative number. So check 7, and 7 actually works out. So the height of the wall is 24 feet. The wall is 24 feet high. Oh, we have another example. The number of hours one painter takes to paint by himself a room is the square root of a certain number. His assistant takes 1 more hour to paint the same room alone. If they work together, it takes them 1 1/6 hours. How long does it take the painter working by himself? Well, the painter takes square root of x hours to paint the room. His assistant takes 1 more hour. So the complete job can be done in square root of x hours, square root of x plus 1 hours. And working together, they can do it in 6 times of 1, which is 6 plus 1, 7. That should be 7 over 6. Not 6 over 5, 7 over 6. So this is 7 over 6. No. This is, that's 7 over 6, this is going to be 6 over 7. Because if it takes them that many hours, the portion of the job they can do in 1 hour is 1 over that number, 1 over that number, 1 over that number. and the portion of the group that is done by the painter by himself, plus the portion that's done by the assistant by himself, is the same as the portion that they both do together in 1 hour. And then, this is 5/6, it should be 6/7, so things change in here. I came out with 900. I was still able to factor, so x is 4 and so on. Well, as I said, these numbers are changing. Then we wanted to check, and I guess it checked out. Oh, it did not check out. So this is not a solution. And then when x is 4, that did work out. Okay, I have to go back and redo that exercise.